We now join this show already in progress. And then I said, Poon. Get it? Poon. All right, well, you just hang on right there, and I'll make sure we get to our destination just fine. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kineas, and I'm back. I actually couldn't sleep. I think there might be something wrong. So it's always like right on the verge of falling asleep, and then I can't sleep. And so I've just been kind of sitting around, putzing around all morning, just trying to grind out more missions. And then it comes to the point in the day where you're like, well, are you going to pass out or not? No? Well, then do something. So here I is. Back again. So did pretty good last night, got our jet rating, and just building up money again to figure out what I want to do next. And my reputation is in the tank. I have been crashing like mad, and I'm not really sure what it is. I want to blame it on the computer being too fast. I've been playing on a mid-range Dell for the last 5 years because I was in the alpha a year before 2020 came out. And, you know, I get this machine coming in for these landings. It's almost too fast and too steep, and I feel like a grandma. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to need like more leadway, and I'm getting old. So anyway, gonna take off here, and
Kilo Mike Delta traffic kin Bravo Foxtrot 1411 is taxiing to runway 34.
Thus the buddy Jesus in my cover art. I need all the help I can get right now. These crashes have been, well, not literally killing me. I've been greasing the Midwest with my NPC body. So yeah. They don't, as far as I know, nobody has put any like bobbleheads in the marketplace. Have they? Has anybody seen any? Something you can put on your dash? Little bobbleheads or little statues? I could really use that little buddy Jesus right now to put up there on the dash. And maybe, Mother Mary. Maybe a tiny little electronic candle or two. Some prayer beads. It hasn't been pretty, that's for sure. It's not so hard making money, and it's not so hard advancing. Certain things that I really want to do, like try the agricultural, like crop dusting. You have to have 20 bush landings. So I was trying to work on that for a while. I'm up to like 8 or 9 now. So something's going to take a little longer than I thought. I haven't started a company yet, although I could. But again, I'm here telling you that things have been going bad, and I've been crashing a lot, and I know what's in store. Because this last year, I just did all NEOFLY pretty much. And that's another career app you can get for 2020. And once you create a company, yeah, if you don't have the insurance and you wreck a plane, you're just going to cry. Unless you're loaded already. Every little time I don't know if this one's, it will probably charge you for filling up. Every time you fill at the pump, you start hating the economy. Purchasing planes, you're gonna lose your mind. How much does this thing cost? So, I'm I'm kind of trying to avoid creating a company for as long as I can, probably. I know the money is not that good, but what, we're like a week, not even a week or a week. Yeah, well, I don't know. About a week into the launch of 2024. What's the hurry? We just spent 4 years putzing around with 2020. So I don't feel the need to rush in right now. But everybody's like, but then you can get other pilots and have them make passive money for you. That doesn't sound so bad. That was available in NEOFLY, and I got to use it, during their testing period. And then when they went live with the product, then they wanted to charge us more to put pilots in there and add the company back in there, and I just didn't care at that point. But when I did have, or at least other pilots working for me, between them and me working like dogs, we raised or earned $9 million. And that's when I said, I want to do a world tour now, and I'm not really interested in the money. So I would just set up, there's a cat at the window. One moment, he wants in. So I would just set up flights. Try to string together flights that would just take me to new places in the world. I didn't care about the money. If I made some money, great. If I didn't make any money, great. I don't care. I had Bushtalk Radio, which doesn't work with career mode, and I'm pretty upset about that, because that was just the best part. It helps you pass the time, and you learn stuff. And so I was really excited and hurried up and loaded Bushtalk back up in for 2024, and yeah, come to find out it only works at the moment in free flight. And it's hard enough as it is doing an exciting live stream at all when you're doing long distance flying. So having something to, entertain you. We can't play music because YouTube. And we can't watch movies because YouTube. And, kind of limited in what we can do for little side activities to keep us interested and entertained as we're flying around. Not that flying isn't entertaining, but it's like anything else, When you start a road trip, everybody's woohoo! And then a couple hours into the road trip, everybody's like, oh my God, it's going to take days, isn't it? Yep. Everybody gets quiet. Hey, take it easy. All right, and we are off. I've already forgot what we're doing. Oh yeah, the cargo. We're delivering some Christmas packages, some Amazon. Man, kind of bumpy. How much wind is out there? Oh, 15 knots. Yeah, it's pretty considerable.
Don't sink.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem to be. Oh, it's 3,100 feet. Let's change that.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Come on now.
Don't sink.
Light level change.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Do we have everything right? Flaps are up.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
Huh.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
500.
don't sink,
Excuse
don't sink, don't sink, don't
me.
sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
It's really having a problem with the winds.
don't sink, 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 don't
It's starting to sound like a piece of
sink,
music.
don't sink, 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 don't sink,
Wow.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
I think I'm going for a record here on the don't sinks.
don't sink, 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 don't
Wow, it's hard even getting my finger on a button.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
See if we can get rid of this don't sink.
don't sink, 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 don't sink,
That's crazy. We're climbing.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
It's like it's stuck now and we're just being punked.
don't sink.
Wow. See what I mean? You might not make a whole lot selling little bobbleheads that in the marketplace that we can put in our aircraft, but I can tell you this. I will buy one. I might even buy two. And make sure that we need a way that we can buy things as a gift. How do we buy things in the marketplace as a gift for another user? Hey, sorry, let me get to the chat room. Henny's there. Good evening. You've been practicing your landings while you were offline, and now you think you can say that you're back to your old glory in MSFS 2020. You've even got an A on the IFR approach, which you couldn't get for 2 years. Anyway, I shouldn't be up anymore. School's killing me again. Wish you a great flight, and I got to head out, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's exciting news. I'm sorry I missed you. He's already gone. That's great. Even got an A on an instrument flight rules approach, which you couldn't get for 2 years. That feels good. That feels really good when you start making headway with your real world training stuff, trying to practice it in the simulator. And man, these radio towers are really tall. Very nice. It's really lovely seeing the radio towers, that's for sure. I wish we could tune in and hear what they're broadcasting. That is one of the great features of Bushtalk Radio, which I can't use on during a live stream because YouTube copyright. But the program has, I think, every radio station in the world. That's worth having Bush Talk just for that. As you fly around, there's a button at the bottom which scans for the nearest radio stations and allows you to listen to radio stations from all over the world. And it works like a charm, a dream. Traveling around Europe was awesome. Listening to all the great music. It's interesting how far widespread our Western music, the music from the United States is. That, you can listen to a big stream, a big playlist of songs from another country, but there'll still be a few songs from the United States thrown in the mix. So it's nice to know that some of our stuff, for better or worse, is still being appreciated. a lot of the, a lot of the dance techno and certain music today, I don't really, that's how I can tell I'm getting old. I don't really appreciate it, but oh. Artesia Municipal. The way it hides it behind the horizon, the disc, it looks like it's a moon. That's no moon. That's a POI marker. Where are we at? Did we ever get to our height? Yeah, we did. All right, so there's... Crap. I forgot to lean the engine right away. We didn't climb very high. We better fix that first. All right. Come on, trigger. Up, trigger. Let's go. Giddy up. Yeah, mule. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Time to cheat. Well, it's not cheating. There's no way to refuel at the moment. The refueling is busted on the ground, and it doesn't work in the EFB at the moment. So you have to set up a refuel key. And then I said "poon." Oh, gets me every time. Excuse me. So, I don't know how these big maps are, so they probably have a wonderful subdivision already created out here. This is probably 5 to 10 years old. And I don't know what it is. National security reasons. I don't know why we can't have up to date. And that's probably it. It really is. We can't let the Ruskies know what we have in the last 10 years. We can't let you have the latest maps, Microsoft. You'll be aiding and abetting foreign powers that want our liquids. Foreign powers who want our liquids. Might as well make it an even 10. We're heading that way, so yeah, I think we're supposed to actually be at an even. Yeah, so 10. High winds for the last day and a half, really. Earlier, well, it's all starting to blend into one. Earlier, yesterday, the day before, I'm not sure when. Sometime in the last few days, recent memory. I think it was last night. 50 knot winds. 30 knot winds at ground level, and I thought, well, let me climb higher and see if it's a little bit lighter up in the air. Nope. 45, 55 knot winds. That was it wasn't so bad, surprisingly. Like here, we're climbing. The winds really haven't changed, but it doesn't feel like it's pushing us around so much. Starting to lose speed though. Better get the nose back down a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, they've made all kinds of things for the simulator for 2020 anyway. Like the camping utility and other the flashlight utilities and this and that. Why hasn't anybody created any little 3D bobbleheads for your dash? What's the plural of dash? Dashes? Yeah, dashes. I need one that just needs to look. I need a bobblehead that just stares at me angrily. Tells me what a loser I am for crashing so much. That last 5 years was for nothing. You suck. I apologize for everything being really low. One, I was up all night flying. And two, early in the morning, it gets a little rough on your ears after listening to the loud engine noises all night long. And then I was listening to the news for a while, so I turned everything down. And man, we're only at 7,300 feet. It's a tough climb. Lean out a little bit more. Yeah, that helped. A little hotter burn. All right, there we go. Okay, let's put the nose back up. See if we can do 500 feet per minute. So, doing the cargo run. And got all my boxes back here, my Amazon boxes. Probably a couple of turkeys in there. Somebody's getting ready for a good Thanksgiving. God bless them. So I think if you've been looking for career mode, I think you're gonna like it. I want to see if where they go with this. It'll be interesting to see if they try to evolve it at all. Hopefully they do. But again, I don't know how every bit of it works yet. I haven't created a company yet. I don't know if we can buy and sell commodities on the market. I really don't have a lot of answers yet. But I've been hustling and hustling and hustling to keep making money, to keep getting my certifications. And they really start getting the tests anyway, really start getting expensive. So the next one that I need is 40,000. I think I'm there now. I think I was actually there a couple hours ago, but I don't know, getting slap happy after being up all night. But it's pretty neat. And I want to do the aerial spraying, but I got to do more bush flights or soft landings on non-paved runways. You need to complete 20 of those, and then you can do the spraying. Everybody's like, you got to do the search and rescue. And all I can say is, I suck with tail draggers, and you got to find places to land nearby to go rescue people. And, I've been crashing left and right with those things. So it's like setting myself up for failure. I need to really practice landings in the bush planes in free flight mode before jumping into wanting to do a search and rescue. That's for sure. So yeah. And I can just imagine myself crashing over and over again, and just your reputation takes such a big hit. And then some activities you can't do unless you have a good reputation. So I had a pretty good reputation like a day and a half ago, and I was landing all kinds of like $12,000 jobs, and then I started crashing a bunch, and now I haven't seen a $12,000 job all day. I'm back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe as high as 6. So I've just been doing a lot of little short runs in the Skyhawk, the little passenger runs. Not passengers, little sightseeing ones. Because they're pretty good. If you make them happy, it's pretty easy to make them happy, and you get nice boosts to try to get your reputation back up. Man, look at the layout on this thing. They laid out entire subdivisions. Now, again, I don't know how old this map is. This could be 5 to 10 years old. But they went in and they laid it all out. All the streets, all the neighborhoods. That is a lot of groundwork. Wow, way out there too. They're like, yeah, we're gonna build a city here. Man. Sure enough, somebody's getting to play SimCity for real, in real life. Oh, you lucky. They even got like the mall areas mapped out over there. That's what that looks like. Something big is gonna go there. Sort of all these, another place over there, another one there, another one there. Okay, then I put Mega Mart, Walmart, and big things over there. Wow. I wish they would bring SimCity back. I really do. You've tuned into me before over the last year. You may have heard me talk about that a lot. You know, and all we did is cry and pray that Microsoft would come back and make Flight Simulator again. And that was one of those, it'll never happen. You know, it was dead and nobody ever expected them to come back and say, okay, yeah, why not? Let's make Microsoft Flight Simulator again. But they did. So that gives me hope, at least, that in this world, some good things are truly never dead. And that's why I hope EA comes to their senses at some point and go, you know what? That was one of the most popular games in the world. Why aren't we making that one anymore? They gave up Simcopter. That was awesome. I can only imagine where we would be today with the Simcopter was a blast. So I probably will enjoy all the aerial firefighting stuff. And SimCity was great. Flying around your helicopter, you could tag speeders for the police and make money that way. We need to bring that in here, but you know, again, the city, the cars and everything, it's not, you don't have real car activity. But anyway, I certainly did love playing SimCity. I've tried cities and it's very nice. It is very much like SimCity, but it lost its, I don't know, its funness with the Sims. You know, there's something about it. It's like a little too dry. SimCity used to have like a radio. Same with Simcopter. They always had a wonderful radio. This is way before Grand Theft Auto was a thing. And they had streets of SimCity. You could drive around your cities. Okay, so let's see if we're at 10,000 feet yet. Okay, we're there. Okay, so what I want to do now is hit the RPM. And lean it out. Get to about 2,300. Maybe a little bit more. And now we're in cruise. So yeah, even with that wind, it is more up here. Isn't that interesting? It's a 22 knot wind in our face, but we don't have the turbulence. Not that bad, not as pronounced as it was down below. And they've got their industrial zone, or farming anyway, out here. So yeah. Very nice. I wonder if that's all supposed to be neighborhood or industrial. It's heavier out there, like residence, and then out there. And then as you come in towards here, like where I think they're going to put the big mall and stuff, it's very spread out. Like they're going to do the industry there, and then like farming over here. And the wind pretty much is blowing that direction, so it would blow all the pollutants that way. It's actually pretty nice seeing something laid out. What I do notice right away, though, if you do play SimCity, is that they didn't seemingly design it with any large boulevards in mind. That's something, you know, if you play for a long time, you don't just start building, connecting. This almost seems like rookie. Because eventually it's going to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, and your travel corridors become super important. So in your early game, people don't think, you know what, I better just lay everything out with 4 roads as much as I can, and then leave space beyond that if you have to expand into boulevards and but leaving yourself plenty of room. So all of these, I'm looking at it, and the networks between them all, you don't see where they've like, okay, you know, leave enough room for a 6-lane highway through here, and 4 lanes there, and 4 lanes there. Over here on these farm plots, like that one there, that's kind of what I do. See if I can turn the camera. Well, let me see if you can see the mouse. Hopefully you can. See, there's like 3 roads here. I usually build everything kind of that way. Start out building everything with that kind of span. There's, you know, a 3-road span, but you could make 2 there. Either way, so you can see how they didn't continue like that 3-band line all the way through. And they should have planned in the future that you're going to need to move a lot of people along these corridors. They didn't do it over here. Also, when you look at areas that they have planned out for, like potentially it looks like, again, downtown, and you don't see real logic to the main roads. Like these roads are all broken up. This isn't straight through. These aren't straight through. There isn't a larger corridor here connecting all the way through. There should be wide boulevard roads along here, moving through here and here, over there, you know. Well, you know, if you've played it and you're a master at SimCity, then you know what I'm talking about. That they're gonna be running into problems down the road. We end up ripping all this out, ripping all these people's stuff out, bulldozing this, bulldozing that. It's too bad it's already 10 years old, because now I feel like finding out, hey, where is this? Who's developing it? Let me call them up, and I want to take over a city planner, or at least inject my ideas. Come on. How much are you paying these people? Did they not play SimCity? And did they not at least attempt to build this in SimCity and show you how it could theoretically run? No? I'm your man. Now let me show you. Do. Man, it's just everywhere I look, it just keeps going and going. Their development. As far as the eye can see, I keep looking out there. See where they're building out there and building out there. All of that. There's going to be a mega metropolis eventually. All one giant city. Lord knows they got enough people moving in now to fill it up. You try to turn up the ground textures a little bit. I don't think they've fully got everything worked out as far as streaming and streaming high quality. I really didn't seem that much better. A lot of people are really down on 2024 right now. And I get it. I really do. So all I can do is keep my fingers crossed that this next 4 years was as good as the last 4 years, and that everything we're worrying about, yeah, they'll take care of it. They'll deal with it. They'll fix it. By the time the next 4 years is over, this thing will be looking fantastic. Got my fingers crossed. I think it would be just the worst shame to have to go back to 2020. It's a little rough when you move from something, and again, they've added all these cool features in that you really come to love, and when they change things, when they remove things, that's what really makes me mad. If you've given us something, don't take it away. It's okay to add to the experience, but everything that we've had should still be there. It should be new and improved. Yeah, look at that down there. And then that major road right there. It's going to be like an avenue that runs all the way straight through, and then it like dead ends in somebody's property right there, and you'd be driving through their house. It doesn't continue into these two major roadways here. You have to turn now, and then there's no way to connect down here until you can kind of make your way through here. That's garbage. You'd have to make your way all the way down over here. Same with all this. It's not contiguous all the way through. Just what a mess. Whoever had the bright idea to like go, yeah, at least keep this line going. Diagonals are always tough. And this corridor right here looks way too thin for all of this that you're going into here. Oh, got a call coming in. One moment, please. Kick back and enjoy the flight. And it's still stretching and going on. Region play in SimCity was a hoot. That's why I want to play a new one so bad. The region play was a lot of fun. Not necessarily playing with other folks, but managing your own regions, connecting cities, learning how to share resources and services between them. Neat stuff. Those are big lots. Those are huge lots. Well, we know where the high wealth residential is going to be. Yeah, they definitely have a lot of improving to do. Textures don't look crisp. The photogrammetry is in places that I was looking at earlier, some of the worst photogrammetry I've ever seen. Anyway, all the textures just aren't mapping to buildings at all properly. It just looks like garbage. Not that I've flown around a whole lot yet, and in free flight I haven't gone to check out, some of the what you would consider the highlight cities. Wow. Actually looked at the clock and it's 20 minutes after the hour. And you know what that means? It's time for the smoke break. This smoke break brought to you by the Great Green Gunnison Growers of Colorado. Go green. Go green and pup pass. We had light snow this morning. It was really nice waking up to that. And I was hoping that would continue, but not. It was just enough to cover everything and give you a really pretty morning. And then I think most of it's already melted off and gone. So, but again, it's lovely waking up. Everything's got a nice little blanket on it. So I'm hoping we get some more. That would be lovely. I messed around with the Archer Midnight a little bit more this morning and figured a couple more things out. I haven't totally figured it out. It really wants you to use 2 joysticks, and there is a way to operate it with just one, but it's not intuitive. There's no manual out there. You just kind of have to tinker about with it. So I was able to figure out how to get my forward out of the way to accelerate and decelerate. So I know how to get the thing up in the air, and I know how to get it moving and doing a transition from hover to full flight, and then from full flight back to hover and then down. But I didn't know how to get it up in the air and use it as a VTOL and move forward or backwards, let's say 5 knots at 5 knots, or 10, 15, 20, up to 40 knots before transitioning to forward flight. So not very intuitive, but I did figure it out. And it's hard to explain just trying to explain it without showing you it. But you kind of have to rock your throttle back and forth. So when you throw your throttle all the way forward, it might go to 1 knot and your aircraft will start slowly moving forward. Now, if you rock your slider arm back and then throw it forward again, it goes to 2 knots. So you pull back your throttle a little bit and then slam it forward again, it'll go to 3 knots. And again, that's not intuitive at all. And I kind of just stumbled upon it. Same with going backwards. You're in a hover, you throw the slider all the way to the back, and now you're doing -1 knot. Bring it to neutral, slide it back, -2 knots. Bring it to neutral, slide it back. So at the moment, I haven't found out a way to kind of dial it in with the keyboard yet. But at least that is working, and now I can move backwards and forwards in a hover up to 40 knots. Well, forward anyway. I don't know about backwards. I love it. I can't wait to figure out how to master that thing. To me, that is where we're going with aviation. And I think once people start flying things like the Joby and the Archer, I don't think people will ever want to go back, because it's fun learning how to fly, and it's fun flying these aircraft. But at the end of the day, there's a lot to know and there's a lot to worry about. And if you don't get it right, you're dead, and so is everybody else. It's as simple as that. One little mistake, it's not forgiving, and you're all dead. With technology like Joby and Archer, you eliminate so much potential risk. It may not seem like fun to some people who are like, well, I like to fly because I like to fly. I get that. But, just being purely logical, you'd never want to go back. You shouldn't ever want to go back. All of these planes and much older planes all the way back to the beginning of flight. Some people are still, I mean, some of these planes are 40, 50 years old or more in their design. But people are still flying them. And they hold their price if they're, you know, if they've been kept up. The only downside to it all right at the moment is still the battery life. It's just piss poor. The Archer's not so bad. I think you can do 150 miles. Provided that it's not filled with fat, you know, the typical fat American. Maybe if they're all little kids and you're using it like a minivan. But if you're moving, you know, yourself and your fat family around. Now, I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying overall, without a doubt, people have gotten bigger. If ever lived in a home that was built in the 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, a low income home anyway, everything is like built for small people. The bathtub is small. Everything's small. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and you get 2024, just look up the Joby in the aircraft list. Look for the Joby. It doesn't seem like the Archer shows up just scrolling through the planes. I usually find myself having to type Archer for it to pop up. But I think once you fly it and once you start getting the hang of it, if they would release some videos on how to properly set it up and fly it, that would be great. You would think that the people that created the thing would be making videos on how to use it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And they haven't. And they've done debut videos like, look at how cool this plane is. But they haven't done instructional videos on how to use their aircraft. And they've got manuals, but it's hard to understand what the hell they're saying. It's not intuitive to read a manual for some people anymore these days. You've got to have some training videos. You've got to show them. I had to seriously sit down, and I haven't finished the whole manual, but like read certain areas over and over again. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. They even got pictures and diagrams. I don't understand what you're saying. You are going to have to show me. Or I've just got to, again, just sit there and keep fiddling with it and not get frustrated. Because it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And they really should have that out there to help people get into it so that they're all running around going, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and this is the wave of the future. This is where it's going. But it sucks when you create something that's supposed to be so simple and then It's not. Does the EFB at all show you any of your like game stats? Like how much credits you have? Nope. It shows you all this, but not giving you how much you've earned. So neither the Joby or the Archers come with the EFB as far as I can tell. And then in the screens, I can't find a checklist for it. So I'll have to look again. What? Where did the cargo boxes go? What the heck happened to our cargo? What? Okay. That's interesting. There's another little bug. That's neat. Little refinery down there or something. Yeah, how strange. But I was thinking, man, I need to go back there and take a nap. Oh, there's some like stains on the carpet. Yeah, this looks nice and comfortable. Ah. £120 maximum baggage forward baggage door latch. £50 maximum baggage aft of baggage door latch. Maximum 120 pounds combined. For additional loading instructions, see weight and balance data. 0505043-3. Well, would need to know how much each half of my body weighs. Otherwise, I should probably lay with my feet back that way. And most of my weight, forward of the door. So... good place for a smoke break. Check your social media. Huh. The chat in YouTube keeps disconnecting. What's going on, YouTube? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Is it the Russians? Have they attacked? What's up with that, man? No bueno. That's the last thing we need. Yeah, all this molding seems so primitive now. So 80s. Well worn. Oh yeah, let in a little fresh air. Oh yeah. Got to filter the smoke out. I wonder if that failures tool works again with 2024. So there's this program you can get where you can simulate any kind of failure you want. And I like rolling dice and role playing. Let me go look. What was it called? Random failures tool. Random, no, that's not it. Generate random failures in Microsoft Flight Simulator with Rand Failures FS 2020. See, things like that. We don't have any random failures that I can tell in 2024. Yeah, this is it. This was the tool that I was using. If it's using SimConnect, I don't know if it will work or not. See if there's a link to this guy. I don't see a 2024 in here yet. Man, it sounds like somebody in a TBM just flew over. That was loud. Main preset available. You can create your own by going to preset tab and clicking new. So yeah, this is nice. They've added a nice UI for it. It used to look like this. Well, what I showed you earlier. This is much nicer. Well, it's, you know, they've given it a more graphical. Put some colors in the UI. Nothing since 2021, 2023. It connected. Oh, did we just run out of fuel? 21 miles away? No. We're not out of fuel. What just happened? I loaded the random failures thing, and we got random failures.
Stall.
Oh man.
Stall.
Well, I got what I wanted. All right, so we got it working, and it connected just like that. Failure started. Stop. Okay. Overview. Resets. Nice. Fail list. Engine 1 failure. One will fail instant. So that's what happened. Engine failure. Gear center stuck. Vertical velocity indicator failure. Will fail at 95 knots. So I've already hit a repair on everything and then just stopped them. Okay, so normally the way I did it. Okay, so we have settings. Let's see here. Set up possible failure triggers. Loaded presets main. Instant. Well, I don't really need these, I guess. Okay, so we have flight controls, gear, fuel, panel, engine, brake, other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on a D8, it would be 0. Nothing happens. 1, 2, 3, all right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. that would be the condition of what happens. Okay, so let's say we rolled a 2. Okay. So how do we just get one to failure immediately? Failure on stuck. Let's say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a D8. Roll D8. So we got a 3. Elevator stuck. Fail possibility. So to 1,000. Set all percentages for flight controls to now. Let's go 1,000%. Overview. That's the thing. I want to be able to trigger them myself. So this doesn't, so they've changed it. Because you don't want them all on. So the last version that they had, you could trigger whatever you wanted. I mean, you still can, I suppose. But set all percentages for other 2. Set all percentages for panel 2. Was I supposed to hit save on every single one of these? Yes. Okay, so again, let's go back to, let's say we rolled left. Let's pick a more obvious one, like the engine failure again. Say we roll an engine failure. %. So we should have an engine failure. It's 1,000% chance of failure. The other one, you could just make it happen. And it says instant. Set up possible failure triggers. Instant. Well, it doesn't help if I can't trigger it when I want to trigger it. Or, you know, I don't understand what I'm doing yet. What? How did these all get turned on again? When I created it, it didn't save all my changes in this profile under none. Great. Let's try this again. 1,000%. 1,000,000%. Come on. So I could trigger at 50 knots, 2,000 feet, 1 minute. Okay, max. Yeah. Min, max. Time. 3. Well, come on. Do something. Yeah.
So I'm gonna head home.
Okay.
Possibly see you on Thanksgiving. If not, I'll see you soon. You have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Hi, Kelvis. Yeah.
Well, this is bunk. It's not working. I mean, it worked as soon as it turned on. And now I'm not getting anything. And that's not what I need. I need something that when I tell it to fail, it has to fail right then and there. Oh, maybe it did. Yes, I think it did. Because we got fuel. Yep, it did. It worked. All right, so let me do an Alt-R to repair it.
Kilo Alpha Tango, Sierra, traffic, Kin, Bravo, Bravo, Foxtrot, 1
All right.
14 miles, southeast, 4,200 feet inbound to land runway 4.
Okay, so now here's how you do it. Let me get the D&D dice. Do. Well, let me land the plane first. So they're going to decommission this runway. I think they wanted me to land that away.
$500.
Kilo Mike Delta Delta traffic, Kin, Bravo, Bravo, Foxtrot, 1411 is taxiing to parking.
Really, they're going to dig me on the...
Kilo Mike Delta Delta traffic, Kin, Bravo, Bravo, Foxtrot, 1411 is taxiing to parking.
Well, I just wanted to roll one time. Well, that's dumb. Oh, that's not working the way I want it. Okay. So we need that. Okay, so we start out with a 1d8 and let's roll it. Okay, so we've got a 6. Okay, pop this up here. We'll go to our presets. 0 is nothing happened. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Engine. Okay. Turn this off. Set it back to 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Let's see if we can stretch this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll use a 20-sided dice, and the first 3 or 4 don't count. Nothing happens. $17. That would be it, though. Engine turbocharger failure. And then we turn this on, set it to 1000%. Apply and save. Back to presets. Make sure the settings are on. Time failure 1 to, let's just give it 1 minute. This is kind of cumbersome the way that they have it, though, to have to start and to stop it. So anyway, that's the way I was doing it when I was role-playing Will I Crash a Celebrity. So I was imagining that I was interviewing my favorite celebrities while I'm flying them around. But to make it more exciting, every 5 minutes, we have to roll the dice. I think that I created a bigger list too to account for weather changes. So I added that in too. So as we were flying along, if something went bad, it could be a weather event that happens. So I guess we can't do that here in career mode. We can do it in free flight. That's just a little way to add a little bit more fun to the to your simming. It is 4:21. I talked so long I missed the 20-minute mark. So this smoke break brought to you by the great green growers of Green River, Wyoming. The great grandmas and granddads of Green River, Wyoming. So I'd like to incorporate that back into my gameplay again this year. I'd actually like to do some real interviews. That'd be pretty nice, and do that at the same time. See, even if something goes terribly wrong, can I get my celebrity back down to the ground? Or hire and perform lots of fascinating jobs. It's allows you to fly a helicopter for compensation or hire. Is it hire too? Allows you to fly an airplane for financial compensation and embark on your journey as a professional pilot. Only this one says hire though. This certification will be available in a future update. Powered lift rating. Turbine engine rating. Turbine engines provide a better power to weight ratio than piston engines, featuring an increased carrying capacity, coping better with hot, humid, and high altitude environments. Hook. I should fly helicopters equipped with a hook. They don't have one with a water cannon. What? This won't even do like Simcopter stuff from SimCity? You could get a water cannon and a scoop, or a hook and a hoist you lower down into a thing of water and then raise it up into your helicopter, and then you can use it as a water cannon to fight fires. Well, highly effective firefighting techniques that require an aircraft to scoop a large volume of water from a source such as a river or lake. That's aircraft. Aircraft. I have to have 5 sightseeing or skydive missions with a B or above. So taking those hits to the reputation in the last 2 days has been horrible. Charter service now, private. VIP. There was plenty of jobs last night paying good money, and I haven't seen a single one today for the caravan. Aerial firefighting initial attack. Climb aboard your aircraft and get to the source of the fire before it gets out of control. Drop water to extinguish fires and protect the forest, then refill from a nearby pond or lake. Scoop endorsement, so I gotta do that. So I can get into that one right away. Score airplane missions with passengers with a B or above. Only 3 more to go. That's nice. Okay, only 8 more to go here. Private charter airplane missions with a B or above. So, none of those yet. Level 50. Jet airline transport pilot rating. Really? They don't start you out with like a 320? Mega fires. You need to be level 60. Level 75. Level 90. What a trippy looking thing that is, isn't it? So, what a trip. That's insane. That doesn't even look like it should fly at all, be able to fly at all. What is in there? I need to see now, actually. What is in the Beluga Airbus? Interior. You can open the top of it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. Oh, these are all yachts and stuff. I mean, that thing is so huge, but it doesn't look like it's, you know, it's for passengers, it's for heavy cargo. But man, the experience you could have as a luxury passenger liner with that much space. I mean, you could have a sporting event in that thing. So I really shouldn't even bother with some of these other ones, and I can't even start them until I'm at certain levels. The Draco. Ah, the de Havilland. I deeply apologize. I need to hang it up right here. So, I will try to be back later this evening. Well, late this evening. And if not, then I'll try to see you bright and early again tomorrow morning. But chances are I'll be on... Well, I don't know. I have to play tonight by ear, so... Hopefully I'll see you later tonight, and if not, I'll see you tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in to this episode. I get by with a little help from my friends. I need a little buddy Jesus for my dashboard. You take care.